It's Nigeria's 60th anniversary today, and happy Independence Day to everyone. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies of your view with me. YK in the building. Happy Independence Day, YK.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you. Same to all Nigerians.
Yeah. Okay, I love your gilly.
We are independent but dependent. Wonderful.
I love your gilly. It's beautiful.
Like,
Regina did my gilly too.
Man,
I did your gilly.
Come, look at my
She's
gilly.
world-acclaimed gilly tire.
Yes,
Internationally,
among the 60.
no, I'm telling you.
I think people that are curious
When
should
it comes
just
to gilly.
wait for the post after the show on Instagram to know who tied the gilly and definitely patronize her.
See, when it comes to
She's
gilly,
good.
She's
you can't
too
give
much.
You can't give.
In fact, all the parties I go,
You have to have her on.
I call her. When she doesn't come, I'm very upset. In fact, I might not talk to her for 2 weeks.
Mariam, how you doing? I love what you're wearing. I love the beads.
Thank you. We are
Bolams.
Bolams dressed us. So yeah, it's very pan-Nigerian. It was, you know.
So Bolan got the jewelry, the clothes,
yeah,
the whole works.
everything, the whole works.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
nice. I'm gonna take a picture later on.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you to Bolan.
Yeah, thank you to Bolam.
And who dressed you?
CEO Mania actually did this. CEO Mania did this. I wanted to spread the love, so I wanted different people. Yeah, so CEO Mania did this.
YK is it? This is a
This is
YK.
my kind of.
Oh, can you imagine? Okay, you get one. I'll definitely arrange one.
Very nice.
You get one. I love it. And
It comes with a hat.
Yes, it comes with a hat, and I can't find my cat. Got my hat. I don't know what happened, but
We are going to
during
find
the
that
show,
height.
the hat will show up,
We
and
must
then you see
find
the
that hat
complete
wherever
look.
it is so that we can see how it
Yes.
looks beautiful.
You see.
And T-Smart did my dress, my
Yes.
top.
Yes.
I wear
Judged by
So
Rovero.
Rovero sent me judge. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rovero, for this look. I'm going to take a picture because
Yes.
I've never in my life worn a George before. This is my very first time wearing a George.
And
I've
it looks
heard-
like it is meant
like
for
by
you.
me, I'm telling you. So T-Smart got our top, so I'll definitely take a picture of that.
And Grandma sent gillies.
Grandma sent the gilly. In fact, I sent me a full outfit. Just that I wanted to do. So what's Benin?
This is Delta. This is
Delta.
Delta. Double wrapper, and the George is a Delta outfit.
So what's your?
Ijo as well. Ijo
Yes,
people.
yes.
Even reverse people.
You have to give me a Delta name, please. My viewers, give me a Delta name.
Yeah, put it on Twitter.
Give me a name. You know, since I'm wearing your outfit today, find a fine name for me.
Ogenere.
A beautiful.
Actually, Smart actually made one
Okay,
for me, but
Yes.
it was too big and too tight, so I couldn't wear it.
But you're gonna
So
wait.
I'm Baba Jagede.
Oh,
Jagede as usual.
Baba Jags.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, let's go on a break. We're already running late today. We're just celebrating. Those of you that want to criticize Nigeria, wait for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Or Monday. Today, we are celebrating. Go on a break. We'll be right
So I'm
back.
not talking.
Thanks for staying with us. So I'm going to start with Daily Trust because I like the big map of Nigeria that is on Daily Trust. Urban Shelter has sponsored it, I believe, says, happy independence. Nigeria has changed beyond recognition. That's pretty much what is on Daily Trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that story?
Yeah, the story is just really saying that, okay, if someone were to come from Europe or America, so let's just say that the person has been sleeping for 60 years and wakes up today. Maybe the last time he visited Nigeria was in 1960. If the person were to come to Nigeria today, you see that a lot of things have changed. Of course, first with our population, which was at 50 million in 1960, which is, of course, clearly over 200 million. They talked about different areas
I
in
hope it's a
Nigeria.
positive change, though. Like,
Different areas in Nigeria with industries springing up, you know, communities, urban centers, just different things that have happened over the past 60 years.
All right. Let's move on to The Nation. No thrills in states. Abuja to celebrate Nigeria at 60. Oh, my goodness. I was figuring why I couldn't read. Okay. Coronavirus holds back plans. Buhari to review military parade at Eagle Square. Zulum, bring Chadian soldiers to join Boko Haram battle. Appeal court ruling halts hiring of 10,000 police constables. Illustration of Nigeria's 60 years journey. Interesting read over there. And Buhari to present the 13.08 trillion naira 2021 budget on Thursday. Okay, let's move on to.
Let me take Zulum.
We want to take a story there?
Yeah, so Zulum The Borno State Governor, Baba Gana Zulum, said that he received, of course, support, we know, from the Nigerian Governors Forum,
Right.
and they raised 100 million for him as donation in fighting the insurgency.
Wow.
He's also asking that the federal government should look into also sort of collaborating with Chadian soldiers. He says insurgency is something, is a war that not one country is able to fight. We need the collaboration of the Chadian soldiers as well in fighting this war. That's basically what he's saying.
Let me go to the New Telegraph because it says, we must not give up. Abdul Salam in Nigeria, not a failed nation. There is hope. Jonathan says, our journey is laced with mixed fortunes. Atiku, we need healing. Lawan Angbaje says, it will get better. Tinubu says, we have wasted opportunities, now on the right path. FEC approves 13.08 trillion budget proposal for 2021. Other people have talked about Nigeria, saying that Catholic Bishop is saying nothing to celebrate. Queen of England, UK, Nigeria, bonds will flourish. Still quest for nationhood, and experts flay federal government's poor management of resources. Okay, let's move on to the Punch. Afenifere or Haneze fault structure. ACF demands referendum on one Nigeria. FEC okays over 13 trillion naira budget estimates. Governors cancel public gatherings procession. Ogu imposes curfew. Appeal court nullifies IG's recruitment of 10,000 constables. FG lifts Emirates ban on UAE, begins Nigeria's visa renewal. And we killed 50 kidnapped victims because we couldn't get ransom, says suspects. Which story are we taking? Topo, you have a
The
story?
federal government, yes. So apparently a few weeks back, the federal government on the 21st of September placed a ban on Emirates airline coming into Nigeria because the UAE had placed a ban on Nigerians going to their country. And so the moment UAE reversed the ban, because right now they'll start accepting Nigerians, the Presidential Task Force and the Minister of Aviation has said now that we will now lift the ban on Emirates airline. And I think it's a good move in terms of foreign policy and how you can galvanize to favor your people. So this is a good move.
I'm wondering, why did they ban us?
Mismanagement of the COVID-19 drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Punch.
Any other story in Punch?
Yes.
Mike, you have any story there?
Well, I read it in Vanguard, but I can take it in Punch because it's there as well. The kidnappers that they caught, who said they killed 50 people because they failed to pay the ransom. He was the kidnapped king called Mr. Yellow Jambros. They've paraded all of them, and they caught another one as well, who is part of them. He is known as Bushmeat. He used to sell them guns for in return for bushmeat.
Oh, okay.
And that bushmeat he would take to Asaba. They got their cars from Imo. They stole their cars from Imo so that they were not caught in Kaduna.
Right.
You know, I want to say it like Miriam, like Kaduna.
Kaduna.
Did I get it?
Kaduna, it's just Kaduna. So
Okay,
there's one story, it's
Yes,
an
please.
update from yesterday. Remember I took a story on the Deputy Chief of Staff to Osun State Governor.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So the $120,000 fraud charge has been dropped. So first of all, Abdullahi Binuyo had called like a press briefing, denying, of course, the charges, and he said that he was just a witness to a failed transaction. Also, the High Court in Maitama has also struck out the case as well, I think for lack of evidence. And also, I happened to cite the court evidence striking out the case. So that's the updates we have.
Okay, Vanguard, very quickly. Nigeria sick. Ohaneze, Okoji, Afenifere, Catholic Bishop say. And the picture here, it wasn't very interesting, but picture here wasn't interesting, was the right word. Inspiring. Nigeria as it was in the beginning. And that's a caricature here saying, push. God has woken Southern Kaduna people from slumber. General Lekwot. Senate has security agencies on killings in Plateau. White Tech Fund is going into R&D by Executive Secretary Bogoro. PIB scales first reading in Senate. Unity schools resume October 11th. Attack on convoy, I won't chicken out. We'll be careful, says Zulum. And Disco still charge new tariff despite suspension by NERC. Okay, any stories there? Okay, let's.
There was a story we missed, and I really want to take it. The Ogun State governor has declared 2 days of curfew, Thursday and Friday. Says that the celebration of Nigeria at 60 will be extremely low-key. They don't want any gathering of anybody above 20 because we're still in the midst of a pandemic. They also mentioned that all COVID-19 protocols must take place in any venue that is going to even admit anybody, but still less than 20. Lagos State is also doing a low-key, though they didn't have a curfew, but there's a curfew in Ogun State. So if you live in Ogun, be aware there's a curfew Thursday and Friday.
I'd like to end...
Did they say the time?
Yes, they said the time. The time is between 6 p.m.
and 6 a.m.?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me just add a story to that. With the Nigerian police is warning us Nigerians, because there's supposed to be a planned protest and rallies, which is being championed by Showore. He's saying the rage against oppression. So anyway, we have the Deputy Inspector General of Police and State Police Command saying to Nigerians that any of these gatherings, protests or rallies are termed illegal, and that the police will be, will make sure that they maintain the peace on the
Okay, our final paper, The Guardian, I'd like to end with that paper this morning, because it says here, Nigeria at 60. Nigerians demand restructuring as the nation clocks 60. And it says, not a time for lamentation, please. That's the editor-in-chief's note. Another editorial says, let's take back Nigeria at 60. Very interesting, very instructive, and I'd like to read those editorials afterwards. Okay, let's go on a break. As I said, we're celebrating Nigeria today. Many of you I know would like to call and say, what are we celebrating? Let's discuss that tomorrow. Today, let's just honor and just celebrate those who have at least ensured that today we are still here. We can wake up, we can go to our work, we can go about our business, and we're not in a war-torn territory. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, as we said, all week we've been celebrating various Nigerians who we admire, who celebrate, and remember this period. And I think because there's so many people on this list, it's impossible actually to box them in 60 names. So we might end up calling a few more in a couple of days. But before we start mentioning the names, I must acknowledge there's a gentleman who lives in Australia. Okay. Today is his birthday, and he had asked me, his wife got reached out to me yesterday to make sure I mention her husband, whose birthday is October 1st. And it's important that I do mention that, because I don't want to, while I'm doing that, today is also my father's death anniversary, and I'd like to also remember him also. But let us start with our celebration that will mention his birthday a bit later. Let me start with Mariam. Mariam, go ahead, please.
Okay, so the first person on our list today is General Abdulsalam Abubakar, retired. He is a statesman and military general who served as the de facto president of Nigeria from 1998 to 1999, when he handed over a democratic elected president. He is the current chairman of the National Peace Committee, a major player in the nation's electoral process. Number 2 is Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakonde, was a journalist who became the first civilian governor of Lagos State from 1979 to 1983, and later was Minister of Works. Number 3, we have Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu, was the military officer and politician who served as the military governor of the eastern region of Nigeria in 1966, and the leader of the breakaway Republic of Biafra from 1967 to 1970. Number 4, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a politician and a national leader of the ruling All Progressives Congress. He was a former senator, and he also served as the governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007.
Oh, fantastic. Well done. So we celebrate them. Yeah. The first 4. The next 4, YK, would you like to do the honors?
Okay. Dan Maraya Jos was the most accomplished and best-known Hausa musician of all time. He was duly recognized by his country with national honors. He received the Member of the Order of Nigeria, MON, and the OON, as well as United National Peace Medals. Peter Dochie, he is a Nigerian actor, widely considered one of Africa's most talented actors, being honored with an Industry Merit Award by Africa Magic and a Lifetime Achievement Award by the African Film Academy. He came into prominence in the 1980s when he played the lead role of Okonkwo in the NTA adaptation of Chinwe Achebe's all-time best-selling novel, Things Fall Apart. Edochie descends from the Igbo people of Nigeria and is a Catholic. Toyin Adeniji, Executive Director, Bank of Industry. She is an Executive Director, Micro Enterprises Bank of Industry. She is also an associate of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. She is the head woman in business and principal operations officer, SME development. Mosumola Abudu, popularly known as Mo Abudu, is a media mogul with interests spanning electronic broadcasting, filmmaking, and content production. She has been described by Forbes as Africa's most successful woman. Wow. Also rated as one of the 25 most powerful women in global television by the Hollywood Reporter. She was recently appointed into the Emmys Board of Directors.
Fantastic! That's our industry right there. So we celebrate Mo Abudu and others. Okay, let me do the next three. We have Sinatu Ojikutu. Is a politician, financial and management consultant. She is the first female Nigerian to be an executive director in any bank in Nigeria and the first female deputy governor in Nigeria. We have Alao Akabasharun. As a lawyer, civil rights advocate, labor leader, the father of the modern Nigerian Bar Association. His tenure in NBA presidency was tumultuous, as he used the NBA's considerable platform to oppose the several draconian policies and practices of the military government of Ibrahim Babangida. With him as head of NBA, did a 180-degree turn in the approach to rights advocacy, becoming a powerful pressure group that put fear into the hearts of government. He is now the yardstick for every NBA president measured.
He's also your father.
Oh, yeah. Innocent Ife Diaso Chukuma is a Nigerian business magnate and investor. He is the founder and CEO of Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing, Nigeria's first indigenous automobile manufacturing company.
Wow. And number 11.
12.
Number 12, we have Abdul Samad Rabiu, is the founder and the chairman of BOA Group, a Nigerian conglomerate concentrating on manufacturing, infrastructure, and agriculture, and producing revenue in excess of 2.5 billion. He is also the chairman of Bank of Industry. Number 13, Folorunsho Alakija, is a billionaire businesswoman and core philanthropist. She is involved in the fashion, oil, real estate, and printing industries. She is the group managing director of the Rose of Sharon Group, which consists of the Rose of Sharon Prints and Promotion Limited, Digital Reality Prints Limited, and the executive vice chairman of Famfa Oil Limited. And number 14, Prince Sam Amuka is a Nigerian veteran journalist, seasoned columnist, and quintessential publisher who founded Vanguard, Nigeria's leading newspaper, and co-founded the Punch newspaper, the most widely read newspaper in Nigeria. And finally, Amadou Ibrahim Bello, Sardana of Sokoto, knighted as Sir Amadou Bello, was a conservative Nigerian statesman who masterminded the northern Nigeria through the independence of Nigeria in 1960 and served as its first and only premier from 1954 until his assassination in 1966.
Woo! So we congratulate all these amazing people. As we said, these were part of our lists. It was difficult to get 60, but we'll end up going to be calling more, maybe as time goes, based on how our producers permit us to go. But it's been nice. Tomorrow, I know we're celebrating artists in the entertainment industry. So we're going to focus on 15 great people that have done things that we admire in the entertainment industry. So we'll be celebrating them tomorrow. I must also, as I said, Mr. Bumi Ajayi, He lives in Australia. I have to mention him because he's done some great work over there all the way in Australia. He was previously the president of Nigerian Society of Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, and the broker of the year in the whole of Australia.
Oh, wow.
A complete gentleman, and today is his birthday.
Happy birthday,
sir. God bless you.
Happy birthday.
And every other person celebrating birthday today.
Birthday.
While you're at it, just to say, Nigerians in Australia are really excelling. You don't see the ones that they say are fraudulent. They are, I mean, they work hard. I've been to Australia, so I know. I met a lot of Nigerians. I was so impressed with the Nigerians there.
Oh, that's well. Good.
Thank you for making us proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to
Representing
mention
us
names
well.
of people who are making us proud, because we must continue to remind Nigerians that we are good people.
Yes.
True.
Yes, they want us to fight. Politicians come with all their gimmicks, but the truth is that we are good people.
And if you
we
have
celebrate
anybody you want to celebrate, simply just
Send them a
tweet
message.
their name. No, tweet their name. There's no cap to celebration. There's no cap to who can be celebrated. So celebrate yours as we're celebrating ours.
Yeah.
Any, Mariam? I still have a minute left. Anything you want to say? Final
No,
words?
just that truly we are great people, and you know, with this list, I'm constantly reminded of the people in our past and the work that they did, and at the age that they did it. And then it reminds us that, you know, we shouldn't take our own time here and what we have achieved for granted. We are where we are today because many people fought before us, and we need to fight also for the many that are coming after us. So
Somebody once told me that. Someone once said that, Mara, if you've seen war, if you've experienced war, you would never, ever want us to break up or have that in this
Not
country.
even break up. Never want us to have war.
That's it. So we have to prevent that by all means necessary to ensure
for the peace
that we
we
must stay
have.
together. I think for the fact that this year's theme is together, and the country, I can't remember what the theme is, but it's about togetherness, unity, that we're together, and we need to remind ourselves that we're going to celebrate. So we're going to go on a break. We're going to open our phone lines very soon. As I said, all those of you that eating pepper this morning, I want to come and please wait till another day, Monday, Tuesday, another day. But today, don't come and call
Mariah
us
is
on Nigeria.
celebrating.
We are celebrating.
We are
Nigeria.
celebrating.
Go on a
YK
break.
is celebrating.
We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So now we're going to be opening up our phone lines to our viewers to call in and tell us what their dreams are for our country going forward. What are they doing in their own little spaces to ensure that Nigeria is progressing, and what their hopes are for the future. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourVTVC so we can read your tweets. And throughout the show, we're going to be celebrating people, and somebody just reminded us we have to celebrate Ganifa Ewemi, who's a human rights lawyer. He fought alongside with his colleagues for the democracy that we all enjoy today, and also Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti. And these are people, even Femi Falana.
Yeah.
These are all people who we celebrate on a daily basis, and we remember them today because they have put their lives on the line. Many of them have slept in Kirikiri. They went to the streets. They went to the streets when they were younger. They fought for what we have today, and we're saying democracy. So these are people that we all remember. And if any other names come up, please send to us so we can mention and remember them today, because our focus today is to celebrate.
Yes, I have a tweet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Yinka Akib says, those who are not celebrating Nigeria at 60 are focusing more on the downs instead of being grateful that against all predictions and all odds, we're still together. Let's see today as a new rebirth of where we want to be and focus on the road to achieving this. I really love this tweet. Thank you, Yinka.
Oh, I have to take this one. She says, I didn't really feel like celebrating this day, but after seeing Miriam in Aqua Ocha, my native attire, she looks stunning in it. She just gave me reasons to say Happy Independence Day. Pepe Dollar.
There's something that Asiwaju said in the papers today that I thought was instructive, and I think that that's probably the disconnect between the government and the people. So Asiwaju, the former governor of Lagos State, had said in the papers today that Nigeria is on the right path. Yes, we've had years of waste, years of issues, obviously, but we're on the right path. Now, to the government, they say we're on the right path. To the people, they don't believe we're on the right path. So if somebody is saying we're on the right path, government has failed to communicate what you're doing to tell us indeed, because what we see totally negates that you're on the right path. So if there's a mentality that we're on the right path, please help Nigerians
Communication
understand
is
what
key.
exactly are you doing? Because all they are seeing is that corruption is still rife. They are seeing that the rich are getting richer, the poor is getting poorer. They're seeing that there's so many policies, and at the end of the day, we seem to be the one suffering the brunt. So if you say we're on the right path, we need them to communicate to us in layman's terms how we're on the right path so that we can have hope.
But we are hopeful.
We are hopeful. I'm talking about Nigerians out there watching the show today.
And I think that in line with our theme for today, which is no lamentation, no complaints, let's just celebrate. Because when you don't, it's easy to focus on what is bad because what is bad stands out. So you will see it. So what is good, you need to look for it. I think that one of the good things we have as a country is that we are one. I am a Yoruba girl. My name is Tokwe Mark Odige. I'm married to an Edo person, and we're able to color our culture, intermarry. I can do businesses around. When we focus on that beautiful tradition we have, which is why the way we're all dressed gaily, we're mixing up and showcasing the beauty of our culture. It is something worth celebrating. Many people look at us and are wondering, why you guys have so many languages? Oh, you guys have so many. Oh, you mean you eat that? That's a food in your culture, in your country. It is a beautiful thing, but we just discard it out. Hey, so what's there?
Diverse.
You know, yes, the map of your states is beautiful. You see it and like the green, it's all beautiful and we should celebrate it.
I was just also going to respond to Morayo. You know, sometimes when you're in something, you don't see the progress that you're making because you're constantly faced with the daily struggles. And just like the Daily Trust said today, that if someone were to come to Nigeria, you know, after 60 years, he would see the progress. And sometimes when we take ourselves out, we hear this a lot from those who are in diaspora. When they take themselves out of Nigeria, after a while, they see some of the things like, oh, this is Nigerian and this is positive, and this makes me proud to be Nigerian. We're not saying that there are no struggles, but we're getting somewhere. And the reason we're even able to struggle is because we recognize where we want to go. We want something better for ourselves. And I know that very soon YK will be on this wagon with me.
No, I mean, okay, listen, YK is entitled to her views, and I'd like to take her views because that's the beauty of our show. We all can be on the same page. That's why I think your view replicates what Nigeria should be about. We must appreciate our diversity. We must appreciate that we can disagree to agree. Your view is different, and it's okay.
And I respect it.
I respect it. That's what the beauty. That's what we've taught Nigerians for the past 7 years. So YK, please go ahead. What are your own general, truthful views on the country? And it'd be nice to learn.
Well, it's unfortunate that I've watched Nigeria go from, because I am almost 60. I'm almost the same age as Nigeria. So I have watched as we have progressed, but we have not really progressed. But I want to say one thing about Nigerians, is that we are, as a people, as individuals, we excel in what we do. People who have actually stayed here and excelled, I give you my hand because it is not easy to be in this country and excel, to live in this country. Because let's just look at the Nigerians who have gone abroad. We see this one is professor, this one is this. They are vice chancellors and all that. So you can see that there is the potential. Now, the ones who have stayed here, not the ones that chop government money. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about people who have excelled in their respective. Today is my own independence to you. Congratulations. Well done.
Well done. Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning,
Good
Morayo
morning.
and the colleagues. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Tunde calling from Abuja.
Well, welcome to the show.
First time caller.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the show.
Actually, I've been with the program for a long time. I think getting to 6 to 7 years now. But today is my first time calling. I'm very happy to be with you, ladies, women.
Welcome to the show.
Nigeria. My dream Nigeria is I wish we can go back to those olden days. Those days we saw then, we read in history, a peaceful nation, like when we got independent in 1960, when everything was still, how will I put it, easy. You know, you live a life of peace without war. You know, when everything was fine, that is what we dreamed of. And we hope and pray that God will return those days in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Then for our leaders, all we need to do is we need to encourage them. Yes, they have tried. Majority of them are putting everything they have. You know, one thing is you cannot give what you don't have. Are we together?
Yes, we
can hear you.
Okay. So all we need to do is we need to encourage them, support them, and pray for them.
Yeah.
You know, that is the most paramount thing we need to.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunde.
Can I just say something? You know, because he said something that triggered my memory. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have oil.
Okay.
But we farmed. So we used to export groundnuts, oil, and all this. You know, we were an agricultural cocoa.
Yeah.
You know, because Oyibo, they can't do without cocoa. So I think that we just, governments, think about it. Let's go back to that time when we didn't have oil. Oil came and spoiled us. So we didn't have to work hard. So let's go back to the cocoa, because Oyinbo, they cannot do without chocolate. Oyinbo can, African man, we don't like chocolate. Oyinbo, they can't, so cocoa is very important for exportation.
So, yes, you're very correct. And I think the government has tried, it was since Jonathan's time, tried to invest in agriculture, encourage Nigerians to go back. And it's almost like we're so comfortable in this comfort zone, because at the end of the day, we, the people, are the ones that are going to push this economy. We are the ones that are going to go into farming. You've decided to go into farming. We are the ones that are going to decide to leave our comfort zone of collecting salary and say, okay, let's go to the farms. So the government is trying to be on the right path, but we also need to do our own part. But I can also understand where the issues are. But I'll come to you, Tokwe. Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there?
I'm there.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. My dream for Nigeria, I need a Nigeria whereby our rights will go back to 5,000, 6,000 per bag that we used to buy.
Rice.
And I want a Nigeria whereby everybody will have equal rights and opportunity, like when it is before. And I want a Nigeria whereby the child will have a freedom, just as it is before. That is my Nigeria dream.
Thank you very much for that. I was watching somebody's video yesterday, and they were trying to make us understand that, you see, Nigerians subsidize a lot of things in every single thing we buy. So you tell us not to import rice. But imported rice sometimes is cheaper than local rice because we have to subsidize it for transportation. The man that is bringing it from the farm is stopping on the road, giving police money. The car might break down, he'll fix that. There are so many factors that'll make the pricing so high that it's cheaper actually to just import and buy it off the racks. So there's so many things, and that's why we need infrastructure in place to reduce the cost of many consumables so that Nigerians can. So when he says rice, we want rice in 5,000, it doesn't just happen like that. It happens by putting certain things in place to ensure that it's cheaper for the
sharing his own dreams. He's sharing his own dreams.
Because there was a time when rice was 5,000. And look, when I go to Togo and all these African countries, what I notice, and I don't see it here, is as you are driving along the roads, you see farms everywhere. All the express is farms. Here, when I drive on Ibadan Express, it's church. I see.
Okay, they have
I know. I'm serious.
You're very correct.
This in Europe, America, what I see when I drive on. When we are going from state to state or country to country, farms. So when we start to invest like that
in the north, you see farms, but we just need better mechanized farming. Actually, if you're driving through the north, in the north, that's what I'm saying. I know.
When we come back, we'll continue the celebration. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So in a few moments, we're going to be joining the Eagle Square in celebration, the low-key celebration we're told in Abuja. But as I said, we would like to criticize, but let's just remind ourselves of the great things we have in the country. Let me start with you, Mariam.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about Jos.
Plateau State. So I grew up in Plateau State. And also I went to school in Zaria. and that's Kaduna State. So Zaria is a city in, it's a town in Kaduna State. And then also because I schooled there, I was able to go to places like Katsina. I had friends who served in places like Sokoto, you know. So these are places that very different from the south. So when you're traveling through the states, they're very different from, like, if you're traveling from Lagos, Ibadan, you see lots of roads and houses and just urban settlements. But traveling, okay, and of course, half my family comes from Taraba State. So growing up as a child, I used to go to Yola, I'll go to Jalingo. Wow. So driving through,
I have to pause you for a second. I'm told that we have to sign out now. Sign out from TVC News. Okay. Well, I'll still on the TVC entertainment on the other channel. You can watch us online, also on Facebook. For those of you that are going to be going off on international, you can watch us on Facebook and watch us live. All right, go ahead.
Yes. So driving through, just in response to YK, what you would see, lots of farmlands or empty farmlands, you know. It's especially during the rainy season, you see lots of corn and different things. So depending on the season that you're driving through. So that is the topography, that is what you would see. But also what is sad about it is that you'd expect after many years, because a few times I've gone back, I'm like, but this place is still the same way it was the last time. We just want more development, better farming, mechanized farming, you know, so that these people who are putting their sweat would see better proceeds, you know, that farming, that agriculture can pay for them, for their lifestyle, for their livelihood, and also for the development of this area.
So
but we have, so we do have the Middle Belt, the North. It's really a land of huge potential, and we need, I think, political will to make sure that we harness this potential. I love the way you put it. The oil was a distraction.
I wanted to hear about the food there, because I've recently, most of this year, been traveling more to Oyo State, Ibadan and Ogbomoso, and you know, I felt like I've been eating amala all my life. Like, what's amala? Amala, no, I know amala now. Yeah. So my friend was saying, until you eat amala Ogbomoso, you will not believe the amala you eat in Lagos. I actually ate amala Ogbomoso, and it was fantastic.
So I didn't know there's
a difference.
There's something. Amala or the soup?
The soup. It was the soup. There's a way the gbegiri is different. So, and then there's this stuff wara. It's like cheese, but they now cook their cheese in the stew. So you are eating cheese like it's meat. I'm a foodie, so I'm enjoying all these things I get to eat. And then there's fried wara. Wara is
awara, I know.
Awara, yeah. We call it wara. Okay. It's cheese in like a chunk, and then they fry it, and then they put it in your stew, and you can use it like a meat replacement. But it's very tasty. It's very nutritious, and
I'd love to have it.
Yeah, next time I go, I'll bring because So I'm like, I wanted to. I started exploring food from Jos, and when I see the food, I'll send to Mariam, which one is this one? What's it about? But as a country, we have lots of nutritious meals that we are so focused on westernized food that we're abandoning what is originally ours. So it's something you should explore.
Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning. Where are you? How you doing?
Very well.
Okay.
Happy Independence Day.
Well, first of all, I just want to say happy birthday to Nigeria, and I have just a few things to add up.
Okay.
Talking about Nigeria, I believe Nigeria is a great country that hasn't even reached its full potential. And for that to happen, I believe every single one of us, both the youths, both the elderly, and everyone in the country has to put their heads down together. Take a look at people who have discovered their gifts, like the musicians, people who are going out of their way, not looking for work, but trying to invent something to try and see that Nigeria is moving forward. They are the ones who are making the limelight. But you see a lot of our youths, they are complaining, Nigeria this, Nigeria that. What are you doing to get Nigeria to where it needs to be? It's just like a plane flying with one wing. It's not going to fly. So the only thing I'm saying is everyone in Nigeria needs to be accountable, both our leaders and both the people. If we take, for example, our agricultural sector, and people look into it and start farming, and we decide that by 2024
we're going to be exporting to other countries. If the government and even the foreign world see proceeds in it, they are going to invest.
Thank you very much, Victor. These things obviously do take time, and I think Nigerians must understand. Yes, many people are going into farming, but it will take time for us to start reaping the benefits of it. Yes, YK?
Yeah, I want to take some tweets. Yomi Akinshola says, Auntie Yeni, there are many farms in Nigeria. The only issue we have is processing those produce from basic raw foods to packaged foodstuffs like we have abroad. Also, lack of irrigation is a major problem. Many Nigerians have gone back to farming, like Tokwe. Bilikis Mafe Fagbemi says, government must do more than pay lip service in assisting prospective farmers. There must be a system in place to motivate people who are interested in farming. Nigeria is a nation of nations. We are not meeting our own needs, not to talk of exportation. I salute everyone who has held on in spite. And this last one I must read. Evelyn says, today is my birthday. Celebrating with every one of you. Ma Morayo, your Delta name for today is Ogenekewe. You all look beautiful. Many more years.
Let me take this one too. So he says, my nominees for the 60 at 60 list, Miriam Longe, Akasha Zibri Nima, TMO Speaks, BC Ubo, and Morayo, for rising to a top-notch show like your View TVC in spite of not having a parent that made the list. They give young people hope that you can be anything. And another person, Deborah James, has given you the same name, Ogenekewe, and that is your Delta name. And then she would like to celebrate religious leaders like the late Archbishop Idahosa and Daddy G.O. And she says you all look great.
Fantastic. Let's go to a break. When we come back, please send in more names. We're going to mention all the names. And we're going to ask a question to Nigerians. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
With us, so YK had a tweet for us. Go ahead, please, YK.
Yes, 247 Nigeria. Hallelujah. Happy Diamond Jubilee Independence Day of Nigeria. Remember the Aba women of Women's War against the British colonial rule in 1929. They actually started the journey for the independence of Nigeria. And I think it's very important that we recognize those women.
Mariam, I'd like you to
just to give us a little about the Aba women. So in Nigeria in 1929, we had what was called the Aba Women's Riots, but many people have said it's better termed the Aba Women's Rebellion. And it was touched off by the imposition of direct taxation and introduction of new local courts, and especially of warren chiefs. So these women came out in 1929. Women came out to stand for what they believed was their right. Or,
Yakub. Yakub, are you there?
Well, I'm there. Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead,
happy
please.
Independence Day.
Yes.
Mariah, I want to use this opportunity to celebrate two persons. One is Dr. Adadefo, and then the second person is one man that lost his life one time ago in the process of being saving people inside water. You brought his wife to the studio one time ago.
Yes.
I will use this opportunity to celebrate that guy as well, because it is one of our heroes. He wants to help people, and then in the process, he dies. So, having said that, Mariah, I want to see a country whereby, as a corrupt leader, if the country has a corrupt leader, you know that there is no room for play by game. And then the punishment that you are going to get there, it is so severe to the extent that you will know deep down in you that if I caught as a corrupt leader, no play by game, and then the punishment will be so severe for me. So we'll be telling people, please don't go there, because if this country is not corrupt after 1960, by now we could have moved ahead, because some Africa are helping us because of our diversity in economics and diversity in religious and others. So, Mariah, the corruption is the thing that's killing us more in this country. May God
Thank you very much,
help us. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, why you're going to tell us about your own side of town?
Yes, I come from Abeokuta, and you know, going to Abeokuta always reminds me how Nigeria used to be, because in Nigeria we had low walls. In Lagos, when I grew up, there were no all these tall walls that we hide from the world. In those days, all our fences were just low, and in Abeokuta, it's still like that. And the people, you know, people are not scared. You are not afraid of armed, and that's just how many kilometers away. You're not afraid of armed robbery. It's so laid back. The people are so laid back, and we have beautiful food as well.
Oh.
Our
Lafun.
Is it lafun? Lafun. We have lafun. We have that rice. Oh.
No, father rice.
Okay. Father rice.
Okay.
Don't Lagos one. Abeokuta, it is delicious.
Okay.
When you eat it, you know, because I've been going there very regularly now. Because we're thinking of at least not moving back, but staying there more.
Go ahead, Miriam.
I just want to tell you some foods also, like in Plateau State, one of the very common ones, especially among the Biron people, we had pote. Some people say pate, and it's acha. What I think Oyinbo people call it fonio. Yes, with vegetables. It's very nice. And then we've got this, what do you call, ghee. Manshanu, I don't know what the English name is. Oh, it makes everything really nice. So you can eat with bread, yam, rice, everything fantastic. Is really good. And there's something we used to say in my house that it's only maybe the north that has like a diverse, like you can have breakfast, you can have appetizer, you can have dessert and everything locally there. Especially the far north, they're very good with sweets. So there are different kinds of sweet. The cotton candy that we have, there's the other one. I think there's some that I brought for you guys.
And then, call it, it's like it's just sugar. It's just sugar in every form. Twisted, melted. Your own hometown.
My problem is
a
that,
city.
you see, unfortunately, both my parents are from Lagos. I mean, my father would tell you that he's a descendant from the Brazilian headquarters when they came into the shores. My mother is from Misaleko. So honestly, it's just terrible that I don't have much, but I know that we have Eyo Festival. My father made a point to ensure that at least I experienced one Eyo Festival. So I think as a child, when I was 8 or 9 or so, that he took us to that place. My father's father has a house in the middle of Lagos, Gongon, this Akabasharu house. And so they have the Eyo Pass right in front of the house. So he took us there, and it was so exciting, all of us were there. And, you know, it was just fun. That was the only memory I have.
Of culture. What Lagos might not have in that culture other states have, they have in commerce. Lagos is like this, is like the contemporary city of every
Lagos has culture. What has become of Lagos culture is become mainstream. We all dress like Lagosians. We all speak like Lagosians. So that's what has happened.
Lagos is that it's a potpourri of all the cultures.
Yes.
That's what makes Lagos different.
Yes.
So yes, as much as they are locals, which they always say, acknowledge that they are indigenes. However, the fact that everybody's in Lagos, that's the beauty of Lagos. And I think we've birthed a new culture in Lagos. It's a modern culture of Nigerian culture in our language. But you see, what I would like to ask, the question I would like to ask Nigeria today is that, where did all our confidence go? Where did all our confidence go? Confidence in our culture, confidence in our food, confidence in our religion, confidence in our communities, confidence in who we are. Because when they came, the foreigners came, it's almost as if they replaced that confidence to something totally dependent on theirs. Because there's so much to be proud of.
Yes, there is.
There's so much.
And I think it will go back. I wanted to really remain in the state of positive, but I think it will go back to teaching history. Because if you don't know it, you cannot appreciate it. So we must teach ourselves history. We must as a decision, explore our nation and explore our lineage. Because the more you know, I have a friend that I feel almost jealous every time she talks about Ogbomoso this, Ogbomoso that. Have you seen Ogbomoso? I had to start reading about Ijebu because I'm an Ijebu girl. And I realized that, oh, wow, Ijebu is commercial for years, pre-independence. They traded worldwide. Ijebu people were traveling everywhere. So it takes you knowing your lineage. It takes you studying and researching because the more you know.
I knew nothing about. I'm hearing it for the first time. The Aba riots.
Aba riots.
Okay, so like in secondary school.
Aba riots was very, very sad. They killed those women in cold blood. The British. Sorry, I didn't want to, but they are celebrating Sikiru Ayinde Barrister.
Oh, yeah.
So, they are celebrating it tomorrow. All the artists. Tomorrow is your day, Friday. Okay. We are going to list all of them.
I shouldn't read that.
No, it's okay. You can read it. It's fine.
No musician recorded and released a song branded Fuji before Barrister. No Fuji musician exported the genre to UK before Barrister. Barrister died in 1978. No Fuji musician had his own label before Barrister.
Wow, fantastic. We're going to celebrate all our artists tomorrow. Let me take Godwin. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here,
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, ladies.
Good morning,
Godwin.
You're all looking ravishing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Nigeria.
Oh, I like that.
We should all thank God we are alive to witness today.
Amen.
That is just the most important thing, yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you,
so much.
So much.
Yeah.
And one more person, sorry, Herbert Macaulay. We've been getting many tweets about Herbert Macaulay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And we know that Adadevo.
Queen Moremi.
Yes, Queen Moremi.
We
Okay.
also have to also recognize
Okay,
her.
so let me take this tweet first. Maduforo Chinedu says, Sir Louis Philip Odumegu Ojukwu, OBE, 1909 to September 1966, was a Nigerian business tycoon from the Ojukwu family of Wankanwa Quarters, Obiono, Umudim, Nnewi. He was the first and founding president of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. His son was Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu. Yes.
Interesting.
So, okay, I was just also going to say that, you know, when we were growing up, it was important that we spoke a certain way. We spoke like the British. It was important that we imbibed their culture and the way that we sit, the way we talk, with the food that we eat. But I found that in our own generation, we're doing like a reversal. We're encouraging our children to be more traditional. So from the very beginning, I just was very important that my children had their traditional names and they understood the meaning of that. So in these little ways, that's the way to also encourage it. A lot of us do not know how to speak our own traditional languages.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't any fault of ours. But you would go to school, there's always that box that you put money in for speaking vernacular, do you understand? But now we're trying to teach our children the importance of understanding those languages. And I've also realized that here in Lagos, when I speak Hausa to some people, the attitude is so different. Like, daga ina kike koya Hausa, you know, like, where did you learn your Hausa? Where are you from? Yes, and then immediately there's a conversation. And that's something, that's the power of speaking your own local language. It really brings people together.
It happened to me in New York. Somebody spoke Yoruba and I was like, there's a Yoruba person inside this train. Like, I actually went to find the person because it was just so interesting.
Let's from Sunny. Sunny, are you there?
Hello.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm so happy for you people.
Thank you.
I love the program.
Thank you, Sunny.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
God bless Nigeria. I just wanted to greet you people.
Oh, thank you.
Can I just go on tweet?
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I need to read this tweet. My dream Nigeria can be compared to you ladies on your view.
Aww.
Nigerians, irrespective of tribe and religious background, sitting together as friends and sisters, freedom to marry from any part of the country without discrimination.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you for the love.
I didn't say his name. His name is Maduforo Chinedu.
Thank you, Chinedu.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'd like us to leave this show with today is that to remind Nigerians that, listen, our language is different, but it doesn't mean that our values are better than, you don't have to grade our values based on, oh, she's from this place, oh, she's Yoruba, oh, she's this. Let us value each other regardless of where we are coming from.
Sure.
And understand that we all bringing something to the table. That's what makes us, you see, I don't think there's any other nation quite like Nigeria. I'm not sure there is. Because if we've been able to harness that beauty today, and I think we have an amazing opportunity to begin to sell it, to begin to chart the new course of direction, for the world to know the beauty of this nation. Yes, the leaders have done their own. We also can do our own simultaneously. And at the end of the day, the good will always overcome the bad.
Very true. Very true. So I think that we must deliberately teach our children about our history.
Yes.
We must deliberately teach our children our language, and we must deliberately let them be proud of being Nigerians. When we insult Nigeria, when we criticize, we don't know what we're doing to the psychology of our children. True. So our children watch the American movies and look at it like, I want to live in that.
Yes,
I want to live in UK. They see Nigeria like, our parents are always complaining about Nigeria anyway, but if we begin to build that sense of ownership of Nigeria, I'm going to make this country good. I'm the change this country needs. So your child grows up knowing I must add value to this country and change this place for good. It is a responsibility for parents now to chart that course for our children.
From Oluchi. Oluchi, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, so thank God you called because we don't have any Igbo representative today.
Yes.
So please tell us something from the East.
I'm happy seeing your faces.
Thank you.
And the way you people dressed, it depicts Nigeria.
Thank you, madam.
Nigeria, you people are making us proud.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and this nation, you people will help us advise Nigerians to pray for this nation. Prayer works wonders. I did it this morning and I'm happy. I wasn't happy since yesterday about Nigeria being 60 today, but this morning I said no matter what, I have to pray for Nigeria. And that now made me to realize that anything you drop on any soil of Nigeria, it grows well.
It grows.
It doesn't happen in some other countries. That is how blessed we are. God really blessed us. And God will bless you, ladies.
Thank you, amen.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to say, I don't want to sound too hailing, but the ladies of your view, you have made an impact in the last 7 years to Nigerians all over the world. They wake up wanting to watch this program. So I think for that, you should all give yourselves a round of applause.
Yes. Thank you, YK.
Thank you very much. We'll be wrapping up very soon, and I'd like everybody to give your last words, encouragement, especially because we're being watched by Nigerians in the diaspora and also in Nigeria. And everybody wants to be part of the good news. They all want to be part of the success story, but they just don't know where. How can we be part of this whole success story? So any words of encouragement, Waike, I'd like to start with you for Nigerians generally. With 60 today, what would you tell Nigerians?
I would say think positively. Let's start to channel our thoughts in the positive direction so that we can get the positive leaders, the good leaders, because while we are... Don't sell your votes again. Just vote your conscience. I think that, I grew up when Nigeria was... Let's not even look at Nigeria. Just let's look at us as a body of people and that live together, and we can make our country great again. And to the Nigerians abroad, what we are hoping for is that you will come back and help us to make Nigeria great.
Right. Yeah. Fantastic, Mariam.
Yes. So there's something I hear often, which is there's always this conversation, which is our diversity. Is it for our good or for our bad? And for me, I see our diversity like the fingers of our hands. So different places, and you need all five. And when you have all five, you make a face. You can do so much if you have all your 10 fingers complete. If you are just a thumb, how many things can you do with just a thumb if you're just 2 fingers, but if you have all of them? And so our diversity is really our secret code to doing better and achieving even much more. We are, and I truly believe, a people of greatness. And until we, put aside that our culture of cynicism and just accept and be more positive, we will achieve this greatness that is really embedded in each and every one of us.
Okay.
I want to just say that it starts with thinking it is possible. And Nigerians are not all bad people, especially for those abroad. Know that this country needs you intellectually, needs you financially. And for those here, there are many people making money legitimately. So just do the work, leave a legacy, add value, so that when you leave, you'll be remembered among the names. When you're gone, people will be mentioning your name and tweeting your name that, please mention this person's name. He touched my life for good. And that should be the legacy we're leaving.
And finally...
Maria, before you go on, please, someone just tweeted that we should mention Dele Giwa.
Yes.
I think we
Very
should mention
important.
Dele Giwa.
He was the chairman of Newswatch, I believe, and he was assassinated by the government at the time. Finally, I just want to say that, as I said before, we need to bring together a critical mass of Nigerians who truly believe in Nigerians. We're having pockets of them in different places. We need to bring everybody together from abroad, from Nigeria. Those of us that have the right thinking, that we have the dream together, let's come together and then we plan for the future and trust that Nigeria indeed will be great. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.